guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are already part of my family, thank you so much for joining me once again. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Kiara Selena. I'm a practical nurse, and on my channel I mainly talk nursing, nursing education, nursing school study tips, how to pass NCLEX. Everything nursing is right here on Nursing with Key. We also do a bit of beauty and hair. So if you guys are into any of those things, please make sure you bang on that subscribe button and join my family. And also don't forget to turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I post future content. So I was trying to figure out what to post for you guys today, and I'm actually on my way to work, and I grabbed my work bag and I was like, hey, I have never made a what's in my nursing work bag type video. I did do it for when I was in nursing school. If you guys want to check that, I will leave the link to that video down below, but I never did it as a nurse, so I figured I would do it. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what is in my nursing work bag. I'm not gonna make this video too long, but I'm gonna show you guys my work bag. This is actually a gift that one of my residents gave to me. I thought it was so cute. It has a little bird on it. The back is, wow, just hit myself in the face. The back is black. It just has two handles, so I just put it on my shoulder like this. The quality of this bag is amazing, and I just thought the bird was very, very cute. I'm just like a nature lover, so this was very, very me. So shout out to my resident for giving me this bag. You guys can see that in the front, there's a zipper. So there's like a separate section like that, and then in the middle is where I put all of my stuff. So sometimes I'll put my lunch in the front, and then I'll have my regular stuff in the back. So let's get into what's in this bag. Nothing interesting, but I'm gonna show you guys what I have. And the reason why I carry this, I know you guys are gonna say, well, you can use your phone, but sometimes depending on where I'm working, because I do have two jobs, and one of my jobs, like, there's just always someone watching me. There's always someone trying to catch me doing something wrong, and they really do not want us to have our phones on the unit at all. And on top of that, with COVID and everything that's going on right now, I don't really like touching my phone too much while I'm at work. I just put it in my pocket and I don't even take it out. So sometimes, you know, when I'm working 16-hour shifts and after 10 hours, my brain is like starting to, you know, cave and not work anymore. My math calculations don't really come that quickly, especially if I'm like calculating like a drop factor or something like that. Sometimes I'm just a little bit slower because I'm a little tired, and so I just walk with a calculator just in case I need to do some kind of quick calculation. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's okay. Like if you are just like really good at mental calculation, then that's fine. I mean, usually I'm fine with my mental calculations, but like I said, sometimes you work like 3 16-hour shifts in a row, and you know, you start to get a little tired. So I walk with a little calculator just in case I need to calculate something. What I have is this backup stethoscope. This is a really cheap, like just trash stethoscope. This is not the one that I mainly use. I actually have my Lippmann, but I leave it in my locker at work. But like I said, I do have two jobs, so sometimes I'll like clean my Lippmann and I'll bring it to my other place, and then I'll end up forgetting it at one place and working at the other. So I always just walk with this backup one just in case I need to use it. As you guys can see, it's like a no name, like literally just a regular stethoscope. I rarely use this. The only time I ever really use a stethoscope is if I'm doing like a manual BP, because nurses tend to like fight over the BP machine sometimes. So when I was on clinicals, I tried my best to master doing manual BPs, so that when all the nurses hog the automatic machines, I can, you know, grab my manual machine and I can go and take my blood pressure. Sometimes I auscultate bowel sounds too, and this is fine just for that. This wouldn't be like the best if you're listening to lung sounds or anything like that, but I don't even do that. Like I think I've done that like once. So stethoscope. For me this year that is really, really big and really important is organization. And the reason for that is because I have like goals that I want to achieve by the end of this year, and I feel like I need to stay on top of my stuff. I really need to stay organized and just do what I have to do. And one way that I have been staying organized is by using my agenda. So in January, I went and got myself an agenda. I write everything in here. You know, sometimes my managers or the head nurse might just ask me to do a random shift that I wasn't scheduled to do. They might just ask me to do an extra shift, you know, the following week or in 2 weeks or whatever. So I know everything down here. I schedule my YouTube videos. You guys know I told you that I have 2 nursing jobs and I'm in the Navy and I do YouTube. So, you know, I have to stay organized with all of that and, you know, have somewhere to write my stuff, write where I'm working. That way, you know, I won't forget or end up going to one job when I'm supposed to be at the next. So I walk with my agenda just in case they ask me to do an extra shift. I'll just write it in, or just in case like something pops up and I don't want to forget it, I will put it in my agenda right here. I love this agenda. You know, it's a regular agenda. You guys can see in the front, there's like the calendar of the whole year. There's a space to put some notes if you want to put notes, and then you just have like your regular days of the week. I got it at the end of January, this calendar, so you guys see in the beginning there's nothing written, but from the end up to now there's some stuff written. And I like this agenda too because there's a little pouch in the back. It's really cute. It's good quality. It's kind of like a faux type leather. Really, really love this. What I walk with is a whole freaking pencil case. Why? Because nobody steals pens like nurses, and it's not even intentional. It's just you borrow a pen from someone, or you see a pen on the table, you need to write something really quickly. You might have took out your pen to write something in a residence or a patient's room. You left your pen in that room, you don't want to go back. You borrow the pen on the table and then you end up taking it, or people are always losing their pens. So I always have a pencil case. I always have like a lot of pens on me just in case I lose some pens, so that I always have something to write with, because I hate having to like run around the unit looking for pens. It's almost impossible to find pens on the unit. So I walk with my own pencil case so that I always have a pen, and so that if anybody else needs, then I can give them pencil. I walk with is my own book. If you guys did not know, I did come out with 3 books. I came out with the nursing and nursing student gratitude books, and I came out with the clinical assignment and log book. I do have a video, you know, really going into detail about what these books have like on the inside, you know, what they're for, how you can use them, and why they're good. So if you guys want to really see the details of this book, I will leave the video down in the description so you guys can go check that out. But this clinical assignment and logbook is also another way for me to stay organized, especially if I'm working in the office, because you guys have seen that I mainly do office nursing. If you guys want to see what a day in my life is, you know, what a day in my life is like as an office nurse, I will leave the link to that video down below. But I also do, you know, bedside nursing as well sometimes, and sometimes the routine changes, you know, sometimes residents go, they come, and things change, and just to stay organized and make sure that I don't forget anything, I use this clinical assignment and logbook. So I'm going to show you guys what's inside. You guys can see. Can you guys see? I'm saying that you guys can see, but can you really? There, now you guys can see. So there's a place where you can put the patient's room, their allergies, their code status, their diet, you know, if they're dysphagic, or do they have thickened, how thickened, how much thickener do you have to put, and stuff like that. What your tasks are. If you have to do vital signs several times, there is, you know, there's a place right here where you can put your vital signs in. I'm trying to show you guys this. Okay, right here, you guys can see that you can put your vital signs in 4 times. AccuCheck, is the person diabetic? You will check yes or no. You will put the time you did their CBGM or their AccuCheck, and what time, what the reading was. There's a place for input and output if a person has a catheter, or if they're on fluid restriction or anything like that. If the person has a brief, or if they go to the toilet, do they have a catheter? And then there's a place for notes. And in this note section, you can also like write whatever is said at report. So I love to use this clinical logbook. Usually once I'm done, because I don't want to just like walk around with everybody's information, I usually just rip the page out and throw it away, which is why it's empty. As you guys can see, look, I'm going to show you guys that I'm not lying. You guys can see here that I ripped a page out. So that's that. But I use my clinical assignment and logbook whenever I have like a heavy patient load, just so that I don't forget everything. And this just allows me to stay really organized, to stay really detailed, and, you know, just to, yeah, just be a better nurse and work better. So if you're a nursing student, you know, and you're going on clinicals, or if you're a nurse, or if you're even a CNA, it doesn't really matter who you are, this is great for you. And this is by myself. You guys can see my picture right here. And it is by Nursing with Key. So support the kid. The links to my books are down below. Girl, You know that when you do those 16-hour shifts, well, I know most of you guys in the States do 12-hour shifts, but sometimes I do 16-hour shifts. And when I've been walking around for 16 hours or for, you know, over 10 hours, I can get a little sweaty sometimes, and I don't like that. So I always walk with my deodorant, because nobody wants no stink nurse, okay? Nobody wants no nurse, you know, coming, you know, fixing the IV on top of them, lifting her arms, and then nobody wants to smell your perspiration, so just get it together. Okay, so I walk with my deodorant just in case I get sweaty on them days where I'm doing doubles or just really working really long hours. I walk with, I don't always walk with this, but sometimes I do. When this all started happening, I did go and buy myself some masks to keep at home, because I was not gonna be the nurse without a mask up in there catching stuff. Like, so just in case there's, you know, a shortage of just equipment or anything, I always walk with a mask, a clean mask in my bag. I just put it in a Ziploc bag and I leave it there, so that if I get to work and they're on some BS about how they don't have no masks, well, hunty, I got mine, because I'm not getting sick for nobody. So I walk with my mask, pop that in a Ziploc bag, leave it in my bag. If they have any, then I use what they have. If they don't have, well, your girl has her own mask. So that is that. Lastly, I showed you guys this when I did my what's in my nursing student bag. I think that was the name of the video. I spoke to you guys about Pond's. I love this freaking cream. It is so good. It is so moisturizing. You guys know how scaly and cracky your hands can get when you've been washing and disinfecting your hands, you know, all day long. You know, it's even worse now with the COVID. Like, you are just washing your hands constantly. I'm constantly putting Purell or some type of hand sanitizer on my hands, and the alcohol can start to eat out of my skin, and it can really start to hurt and irritate me. So I use this Pond's cream. There's almost nothing left in it. But another thing that I like to mix with the Pond's cream is this Johnson & Johnson Shea and Cocoa Butter Oil Gel. I love this stuff, and all I do is I just take a little bit of it and I just drop it in my Pond's cream like that, and then I just mix it up or whatever. This thing is so moisturizing. I'm gonna show you guys on my hand. It's gonna be almost like a beauty tutorial. But it's so moisturizing. It makes my hands feel really good. It makes my skin all like nice and shiny. And with the Pond's cream, it's just the bomb. Okay, so try this out. You don't have to use the Johnson & Johnson. That's something that I just started to do, that I just started doing recently. But this Pond's right here, Pond's needs to sponsor me, because Pond's is just the bomb, the absolute bomb. Anyways, guys, that is it for what's in my nursing work bag. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and share. And if you are not yet part of my family, but you want to see future content of mine, then make sure you join my family once again by banging on that subscribe button down below. It's the little red square, you know. Just click on it. It's free. It's okay. It's okay. I promise you won't regret it. And if you want to be notified whenever I post future content, then make sure you click that little bell that's right next to the subscribe button. And I really hope to see you guys all in my next video. Please make sure you stay safe. Much love, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.